All right, guys. So the boys series finale dropped yesterday, and there's a lot of mixed reactions. Me personally, I really liked it, but I'll say it's pretty split 60-40 of people who liked it and didn't like it. So I went online and asked what boys fans didn't like it, why they didn't like it. So let's just get right into today's video. I'm J6 God. Let's get right into it. Oi. What's up, YouTube? It's me, J6, and I'm back with another video for you guys today. And let's just get right into it. I'm super excited. I already did my boys breakdown, so if you guys want to watch that video, I'll just put it right here or put it in the link in description. Also got my obsession review up. Thank you guys for the support on my movie and TV shows reviews. You guys always show love to the sports videos, but like getting love from the TV stuff means so much to me. Like that's my passion. That's really what I hope to fully do full time on YouTube. So for the time being, let's just get right into the boys. Again, I liked it, but like a lot of people didn't like it. For example, like Charlie Penguin, though, he said it was bad. Um, Even Paul from Heavy Spoilers, a lot of Paul from Heavy Spoilers, he said he liked it, but still wasn't the best, and that's why I'm just like, I loved it. Like I could understand why people don't though. So let's just get right into and read some of the comments. We got Logan Jamie 95. They hyped it up like Homelander was going to be destroying Vault and the world. It shouldn't have been more intense, but they made it lame. It should have been more intense, but they made it lame. I can agree with that with the promotional stuff. Basically, I put like some of the other comments that said something similar as well, and I get it. Like promotional art, the scorched earth, and to yada yada yada, more destruction. That's something I feel like I dad really wanted to see. Like Homelander destroying like a building or two would have been sick. But after I sat down and thought about it, this is why, right? Homelander, why would Homelander do that? If Homelander just got the V1, right? And he's getting ready to now see who really believes in him, scorch earth, essentially. Why would he just then destroy something? So what a lot of boys fans didn't understand is Scorched Earth was for whoever won between Butcher and Homelander. Scorched Earth wasn't, oh, this is Scorched Earth, now we gotta fight. That doesn't make sense. Why would they destroy the world and then win a one-on-one? Scorched Earth was the one-on-one, whoever wins. Homelander knew. I feel like Homelander didn't know that Butcher would had the virus just gonna kill whoever. I don't think Homelander knew that, but I did think Homelander understood that Butcher was as bad as him. Like he knew that. Not specifically knowing that, oh, he's gonna release the virus, but he did know that Butcher was as bad as him. So he knew that if he kills me, whatever Butcher gonna want is gonna go down, whether it was killing Soups, destroying Vault, whatever. And that's what a lot of people tend to, it like kind of flew over their head. Scorched Earth wasn't just Homelander crashing out after he got the V1. Scorched Earth was for the winner of Homelander and Butcher. And as we see, Butcher won, but just Huey stopped him. That's why we don't get it. And that's why I wanted it too. I wanted it too. All right, let's read another one from Dad Don't Miss. It feels like the final mission was too easy and the build was too rushed. Overall, though, had good closure, but it would have been also been interesting to see how Homelander character would have developed without his powers. Instead of killing him off, not mad at Butcher finally getting his revenge, though. I gave the final episode a 7.7. I can get that. Well, I'll get the first part. Like, feeling rushed, absolutely. It did feel a little rushed, because, but at the same time, to me, it felt like a regular episode of The Boys. I feel like that's what they were going for. They didn't want to do too much by overdoing it and then ultimately like kind of Stranger Things in it. You feel me? So I feel like they wanted to keep if this series finale feels like a regular episode if they just won. And that's why I think I like it more, because think of all the attempts that they've had before and just didn't succeed. Homelander dying, he had to die. Like, for this story to end, for this to all be something, Homelander had to die. There was no way William Butcher was letting a powerless Homelander walk out. There would have been no scenario, even if the cops or CIA pulled up trying to stop them. There would have been no scenario Homelander powerless is walking out of that. Like even if like Starlight would have came in like, oh, we don't have to kill him, or Huey, there was no point in this story in the boys where the infight between Homelander and Butcher, if Homelander came to the point where he lost, that Butcher wasn't killing him. Like that's I get why people want to think that or what his character could go, but y'all don't. It's like it's a start and end story. We don't always need to. Oh, what if you feel me? And that's why I feel like a lot of people. Yeah. All right, so I currently have a viral post going on for this comment, but Homelander with V1 was weaker than Homelander without it. I made a video about this, but I'll just explain it in more depth right here. So, with a lot of people don't understand, right? And I could see that. Like I can see why people think that, right? But here's what's up. The whole season, right? We got V1, 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 right, right, right. I think what happened is everybody was hearing V1, seeing the promotional art, seeing the trailer with Homelander laser eyes, and saying, "Oh, V1, Homelander is going to get the super power up, and then that's going to lead to destruction." Right? Just everybody, fans putting one or two together, basically, of what they want to see, but not understanding that in no point of the story did they say V1 is specifically a power up, like as in power scaling. There's no point said in that. He get V1, he's gonna be the only thing that was threatening about the V1 is that Homelander, one, did not age, and two, he can't be killed by the virus. So three, in that regard, that's why Homelander in his mind said, "Oh, I can't be killed. I am now God officially. I can do whatever I want. Let's start the scorched earth." And people, like, I get it. This is a superhero show. You see people flying around, so like you just you superhero get something that means a power up. He should be more powerful. This is the same boys that we've been watching since season one. Since when does Soups get power ups? Now, yes, season one, it was little stuff where, for example, A Train them getting V up like for his race and all that. But they explained it away in season three that if you do that, you're killing yourself. Whether it's a human taking temp V or a person who's already on V taking more V, like with A Train. A Train was dying. So my thing is that if anything, the V made Soups weaker, like and not V, and not saying it like that, but like as in like people are saying he should have get powered up, like that's just because of the promotional art and people putting two and two together. Like V1 was the power up for Homelander's mind to then say, "I can scorch the earth, nobody can stop me," and like a lot of people thought it was like, oh, Homelander's going Super Saiyan, I want to see Scorch Earth. No, it's Homelander in his mind saying, I really don't need anyone anymore. Like, and that's what people forget. It wasn't a physical thing. It was a mind thing for Homelander. And that's all it is his mind against himself. Now, this one I kind of really just didn't get. T underscore Babber says, the fight in the Oval Office was underwhelming. The Herogasm fight was better. Starlight bringing the Deep to a beach made zero sense. The later half of the episode felt drawn out and uneventful. They never followed up on Homelander losing it and killing a great many people. It wasn't awful. It was just mid. Now, the fight in the Oval Office was underwhelming. I kind of like I don't see how like underwhelming. Like what more could you expect out of that set piece and what they were doing in that moment? Like, did you expect them to then like bust out of the White House and be fighting on the yard? Like, genuinely question. And two, the Starlight with the Deep, that is literally just, you gotta think this is a TV show, right? You need Butcher alone with Kamiko to fight Homelander, right? To where Ryan can come in and they can be a 3-on-1 and not fully overpower Homelander, right? So have the Deep there, bring in Starlight, have the 101 finally all the way from season 1, episode 1, and have Starlight kill the Deep on the beach because he's now where he should be the strongest. The Deep is the weakest. He can't even go use his powers with the water. Like, how do you not understand that watching this show? Like, how do you say, why did Starlight do that? That made no sense. have you not been watching the show? Like, actually, because some people watch shows and just be on their phone, and some people watch shows. Like, this is one of the only times I've seen this comment. Like, a lot of people, like, the one thing people agreed on was how to deep dive. Saying, like, you just don't understand. Like, that's the thing. Like, you just don't understand. Some people just don't understand television. And I'm not trying to be mean, but literally, like, that's just out of the blue. I just gave you plot reasons and gave you IRL reasons. Like, come on, man. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Mid, I get it. Wanting a Homelander to kill a lot of people, I totally get it. But again, Scorched Earth was for who won after the 1-on-1 between Homelander and Butcher. It wasn't a 1-on-1. They jumped his ass, but yeah, this is the one that the most common. Bro, he flew the richest man into space and came back in 2 seconds. So why was it so hard to fly away in the final fight? And to that I say, Butcher's powers was literally damn near Spider-Man. Every time he flied, I get it, he could be faster, but at the same time, you gotta understand, Butcher is superpower too. You know how fast he could do the same shit, and at the same time, he was getting jumped. Like, it's one thing if it was just like a straight 1-on-1, bro, he was getting jumped. Ryan came in there, straight tackled him, and after that, like, boy wasn't getting out. And that's the thing. If Homelander work got out, that would have been Scorched Earth. That's what people, I think they don't understand too. Is like, oh, Homelander should have flew away. If Homelander flying away, is Homelander winning? I truly think in my head canon, if Homelander flies out during the Oval Office and actually gets away, that's the Scorched Earth. Him saying "F New York," poof, and just him on the Yamin, like, essentially. I think Butcher walking down Vault Tower is his if he would have won. That's what people like. That's just my head canon. That's just my head canon. I don't know what they were going for. That's just my head canon. No, is that the promotional art with Butcher is if Butcher would have won with the virus, and the promotional art with Homelander is if Homelander would have flew out during the Oval Office during the fight and said, you know what, they just tried to kill me. She got something that can stop me. F this, all on fire, destroying New York. I feel like that was the promotional art direction or whatever. But I at the same time I get it. Like, but again, this is a TV show, bro. Like, we needed Homelander to die. Like, if you're a fan of the TV show and you're saying this, you might be a fan of the TV show, but you might be a fan of a certain demographic that wanted Homelander win. And Homelander represents a certain demographic. IRL. I'm not a political boy, but that's what I'm just saying. Being said, that's just final thoughts. Just because this is going to be my last video on the boys. I'm tired of talking about it. It's not that I'm tired of talking about it, but it's over. I want peace with it. I'm happy with how it ended. I'm just excited with Vault Rising and the boys Mexico. Now I'm super excited. Definitely going to cover all that. But just with my final thoughts on it, I fully understand a lot of people not liking it. First of all, like, I understand. Like, usually if some, like, for example, sorry about that. For example, with like Invincible, a lot of people were saying like Thrag. Like, I was defending Thrag like he was my brother, like, straight up. But like this, I fully understand why some people didn't like it, or understand why it wasn't your certain cup of tea, or you expected more. But just remember, with this TV show, this has been my main theme of this whole thing, explaining this stuff to people, is that The Boys has always been about just, grounded. First of all, very grounded, but still superhero grounded, but still just about like base like lessons, and that's why I feel like you gotta remember that this final season, I fully understand why some didn't like it. I fully enjoyed it. Like, I enjoyed it way more than the last season, honestly. Like, season 4 felt like a filler season to me. I still like it, but it felt like a filler season. But and to me, it was just the series finale was a perfect bow. I was worried like a few episodes ago. I was worried. For example, with Sage playing, like, I feel like that was a plot hole and feel like something that failed. For example, with the Gen V stuff, I fully understand that. I wanted Gen V to play a way bigger part too. bro, I will rewrite that bitch. Like honestly, but it it just I understand the bummers, but you gotta remember, like, bro, look at what we got too. Like this season was still awesome, and it was the series finale of one of the best TV shows I've ever watched in my life, bro. And the lessons that it has taught me from 2017 to 2026, bro. I've been through high school and college watching this TV show, and the lessons it taught me about being yourself, and also how certain shit like uh is really like bad. Like I don't want to get into like political stuff, but you know, political stuff. And just is it was just an awesome TV show. Like this ride has been one of the best rides of my life. This is up there with Attack on Titan for me now. Like cinema TV show wise, cinema wise, like for me, like my big three TV shows, like you can't talk bad about is Attack on Titan, The Boys, and I'm gonna say regular show. I'm watching Breaking Bad soon to be determined. But with that being said, bro, like it's crazy that The Boys is finally over. I'm gonna miss Hugh Campbell. I'm gonna miss everybody. The performances, bro, all everybody was just immaculate. Anthony Starr, bro, you've given one of the best villain performances ever. And in my opinion, you have dethroned the GOAT, Heath Ledger, in villain performances ever. Not even just superheroes. Just Anthony Starr, Homelander, is one of the best characters to ever be put on the screen. And just seeing him in like that was the most satisfying thing ever. And if you didn't like the ending, if you thought it was gonna do a certain way, it's okay, you know. And I just hope that in a few years, if you rewatch it, you might understand more, and you might be like, all right. Or even with Vault Rising and the other stuff come out, maybe a lot of people go back and rewatch it and change their opinion on it, because that tends to happen with a lot of stuff. For example, well, like The Last of Us 2, like a game I'm playing right now, bro. When The Last of Us 2 first came out, hated, hated everybody in their mom hated The Last of Us 2. You can't tell me one person talking about positive Last of Us 2 reviews when that game first dropped. But now, at the age of 23, I replayed it, and this is one of my favorite games of my fucking life. And it's because the lessons it teaches is different, and my viewpoint now is different. And it's just was a lot of stuff. That's just how it is. So I just hope, let's just say, I don't know, 4 years, that when people rewatch this stuff, that they really understand what The Boys was going for, and it, I guess I would say, fulfills. Not like, oh, I hope you just love the ending, gotta know it, but I hope you rewatch it and be like, okay, like, you know, if that makes sense. But that's it, guys. That's my boys video. Peace.